What's up, surveillors? I'm back at it with another deep dive. Today we're breaking down the movie Sinners. I'm not going to do much of an intro, we're just going to jump right into it. So I've noticed that there's significant parallels between Sammie in the movie and Samuel in the Bible. So let's go to the Zondervan Illustrated Bible Dictionary and find the section for Samuel. Samuel, the last Israelite leader prior to the monarchy. In his ministry, Samuel served as a judge, priest, and prophet. Basically saying, Samuel is chosen by God. He's God's appointed one. That's why he's been given a gift.
There are legends of people born with the gift of making music so true it can pierce the veil between life and death.
The Hebrew form Samuel possibly means his name is God, but by a wordplay on the verb sama, to hear, it can be understood as heard by God. The account of the events associated with the birth of Samuel indicates that his parents were a devoted and devout couple. This is why Sammie's father was a pastor, because they were devout, they were religious. Hannah's childlessness led her to pour out her complaint and supplication to God in bitterness of heart, but she trusted God to provide the answer and promised to give to the Lord the son she had requested. When Samuel was born, she kept her promise. As soon as the child was weaned, she took him to Shiloh and presented him to Eli the priest. Then she praised the Lord in prayer, usually called her song. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 1 through 10. Now this explains why Sammie had the talent for singing. Samuel grew up in the Lord's house and ministered before the Lord. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 11 and chapter 3 verse 1. Again, this is why the movie starts out with him going to church and his father's role as the pastor. Because Samuel in the Bible grew up in the Lord's house. Just like Sammie in the movie grew up in the Lord's house. Spiritually and morally, the times were bad. The sons of Eli were unworthy representatives of the priestly office. In their greed, they violated the laws of offering. They also engaged in immoral acts with the women who served at the entrance to the tent of the meeting.
See, your daddy a preacher. You can go and do that. You like making music? Make church music. You want to leave? Go on down my bayou. Live with the proper black folks. Leave all this here improper shit to us.
Though Eli remonstrated with them, he was not firm enough, and the Lord declared that he would punish him. Under such circumstances, there was little communion with God, but the Lord called to Samuel in the night and revealed to him the impending doom of Eli's house. The Lord blessed Samuel and let none of his words fall to the ground, so that all Israel knew that Samuel was a prophet of the Lord. And when you're chosen or favored by God, you're also favored by the devil. The book of Job chapter 1 verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, one that feared God and eschewed evil. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord, and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord, and said, Doth Job fear God for nothing? Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. The Lord said to Satan, Very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger. Then Satan went out from the presence of the Lord.
This gift can bring healing to their communities, but it also attracts evil.
O come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving, and make a joyful noise unto him with psalms. For the Lord is a great God, and a great King above all gods. O come, let us worship, and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. See, music can be used as a tool for worship. And if the musician worships the devil, can't that music have an effect on the listener? Luke chapter 6 verse 45. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh.
I want your stories, and I want your songs, and you won't have mine.
Music is critical because it has the ability to bypass the conscious mind and enter into the subconscious mind, even without your permission. So you can't fight off or ignore music. You can only make yourself aware of its presence and try to safeguard against unwanted subliminal messages planted within the music.
Our world is filled with codes, pacts, user agreements, subliminal messages. Here. Words and symbols hidden in print advertising, sexual innuendo connected with corporations, ideologies you assume you adopted through free will but are actually a result of hidden messages.
A lot of young women have been relegated to using their physical attributes to gain favor with men. Why? Could it be that every song they hear on the radio is making some kind of sexual reference? Or could it be that every female artist that they listen to or watch is half-dressed and using their bodies to sell records and gain popularity? Miley Cyrus brought national attention to the culture of twerking during the 2013 MTV Awards. Her core audience is young females who grew up with her from her Hannah Montana days. What most people didn't realize is that Miley Cyrus was performing a ritual to kill off Hannah Montana and give birth to the new, all grown up young women ready to explore life's challenges, including sex. The ripple effect of such actions is that many young girls whose sexual energy is not ready to be activated are thrust into a world of sexual chaos and confusion.
This was the 2013 VMAs. This teddy bear costume, which was extremely controversial and made a lot of people angry. I repeat, this teddy bear costume made a lot of people angry. This was inspired by a Todd James sculpture that I had fallen in love with. The bear reminded me of myself for some reason. I thought it was beautiful. And I had my own custom bear by Todd James made for me that I could be inside of and be birthed, which was what was happening. It was a rebirth.
Most people may view this as harmless since there is just visual stimulation involved, but visual stimulation can become a gateway for physical contact. Twerking is a part of the culture.
There are legends of people born with the gift of making music so true it can pierce the veil between life and death, conjuring spirits from the past and the future.
Somebody take me.
So this scene where the narrator says that there are people with the gift of making music so true that it can conjure spirits in the past and the future. To me, what's really being expressed is that the musician's artistry is so profound that their music transcends time, and its truth and the subliminal power resonates so deeply with the people that it doesn't just move the listeners of today, but it also echoes into the future and over generations. Therefore, the influence lingers, and those future listeners in time become the past. Yet the music's spellbinding influence still endures. And this is what Satan, Remick, the devil wants. He wants influence over the masses forever.